Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Connecticut Fear podcast, where travelers, newcomers, and locals alike come to find community in this amazing place that we call home. I'm your host, Rob Rens with Signal Fire Media. Our guest today is Thomas Plummer. Almost flubbed that, man. We'll have to edit that one out, or we'll leave it in. From Infinity Payment Solutions. Thomas, welcome to the show. How are you doing today? Plummer the Flubber. Hey, that's pretty good. Put that on your LinkedIn profile.
Thanks for having me. Good
yeah,
to
man.
see you.
How's everything been? Talk to me. Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen each other.
Yeah, we're business is going well. Family, Christmas time. So we've got 2 young kids, almost 6 and almost 4. So we're in it.
You're right in the thing. Yeah, I got 8 and 5 almost, almost 9 and 5. So
yeah, just behind you a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's every weekend with parties or breakfast with Santa and everything in between. It's fun. It's what I always look forward to. Being a father, and we're in it.
Now you're in it. Yeah. Can't complain. You asked for it.
That's right. Oh, I'm not complaining one bit.
Although I've got a great rule, and I wish I could take credit for this. Rich Cardona, another podcaster here locally, media guy. Every time one of his kids has had a birthday party, it's at 10 o'clock in the morning or 10:30 in the morning.
The past 2 we've been to have been at 10 and 9.
I'm at 9, maybe pushing it a little bit, depending on the day of the week. But yeah, let's do kids parties on Saturday, first thing in the morning. Give me my whole day back.
Yeah.
Let me be done by 11:30 and let me go on my way.
One in the neighborhood was one of the 10 a.m. They had a donut bar for the kids.
Nice.
And a coffee bar with
little Kahlua, little Bailey's, little something, little nip if you needed it.
I was like, oh, you guys did it right. That was a good time.
So good, man. So good. Yeah. So how long have you been in Wilmington for?
10 years this past September.
Okay. What brought you?
I'm a damn Yankee from Connecticut.
I think everybody that lives here is, for the most part.
Went to University of South Carolina. Fell in love with the South.
Yeah.
I wanted to wind up down south. It's too hot in Columbia, so I figured I'd wind up in Charleston near the coast, or maybe Charlotte, because I was a sport management major.
Okay.
I entered with NASCAR in Manhattan, actually, in college, and then figured I'd wind up maybe with NASCAR, hopefully in Charlotte, but it's Wilmington. Wound up being in Wilmington, and I am not complaining about that.
And you wound up with Infinity Payment Solutions.
We love it here, yeah.
How do you go from sports management to doing what you're doing?
Well, I was out west after I graduated.
Okay.
I lived in LA for a little bit. It was an AmeriCorps program.
Okay.
For 6 months. I was always the plan. I didn't have anything lined up coming out of college, so I was like, let's check this out. It was a program for 18 to 24-year-olds. City year. It was a cool experience. Met a lot of people from all over the country, all within our age range. And coming back east, though, didn't have anything lined up yet. I was in touch with the people in New York and trying to get in touch with the NASCAR people in Charlotte. And my uncle always wrote a letter in my college graduation. If you ever want to, I think your personality matches my business.
Okay.
Actually said, I think you could be a salesperson.
Okay.
You could walk in somewhere you've never set foot before, shake someone's hand, and say, "Hey, I'm Thomas with Infinity Payment Systems, and I'm here to help your business."
It's always somebody in sales that says, "Hey, you could do good in sales." Right. I don't think anybody ever goes, "I'm gonna do a career in sales." Right. It's not an original thought. No. Somebody has to come get you and be like, "You got this, dude."
I agree. That's what we tell our people all the time too. Is like we brought you on because we believe in you as a salesperson, as a people person.
Yeah.
I mean, sales is sales, of course, but if you do it the right way and do it as a relationship first, more of a consultant, more of an educator, and be the expert in your field, that they not rely on you, but they go to you and they trust you.
Yeah.
So that's really where it is. I mean, when it comes down to making a sale, is do they trust what you're saying?
Right.
That's the hardest part of our job as salespeople, I think, is convincing the decision maker that you're trustworthy.
Yeah.
Because once you get there, and that's why referrals are so huge in any business, and I'm big into BNI, and I know you do a lot of networking stuff yourself, and it's really more of, hey, you know Rob, I know Rob, let's talk.
Right.
Let's get straight to the table.
Right.
The trust is already there. Let's talk specifics. Let's say, hey, how can we help your business succeed? How can we keep more of your hard-earned profits in your pocket, and not the sales process, breaking down those trust barriers and those walls, and the initial conversation and the follow-up and the set the appointment and the follow-up after that. It's really narrows that sales process when you've got, and being here for 10 years now, I feel like I've got a good base of people that I know, like, and trust, that obviously they're sending me referrals, but I want to go out with that mindset, hey, how can I help you?
Yeah.
Your ideal referral partner. Who are you looking to get in front of? Maybe I know some people that you want to know. And not expecting anything in return, but naturally as humans, right? You receive something, you want to reciprocate.
My first mentor in business, and I got recruited into sales too as well. And I agree with that. I think sales is nothing more than building trust or being trustworthy, being credible, and then solving problems for people. And if you go into it with that mindset, like product, irrespective of product or service, like I'm here to solve a challenge that somebody has in their life or in their business. And if you can't do it and you tell me no, that's a perfectly acceptable answer. Yeah. If I can do it and you tell me yes, great, then it's mutually beneficial for both of us. Right. But the first guy, my first mentor was like, Rob, if you do the right things for the right reasons, then it's impossible to get the wrong results. And so it was just like, I've just led with that all the time. And it's like, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is the service that I provide or the product that I provide. And if it helps you get to where you're trying to go, great. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. I'm still just going to be a very decent person to you in between.
That more. Yeah, it's just being genuine.
Yeah.
And going in with confidence. And we have our sales meetings all the time. And I tell our people, like, go in confidently.
Yeah.
Even if you don't know all the ins and outs of, and you might.
No salesperson does.
With what's the question that's going to come up that I don't know the answer to?
Yeah.
Hey, that's a great question.
Yeah, I'll follow up with you. Yeah.
If you go in genuinely like, I'm here to help your business succeed.
I'm
here to keep your money in your pocket. I'm here to help things run more smoothly in your business with point of sale solutions, which we do. Merchant services, providing that customer service, being local. We love working with local businesses here in and around the area where we could be there face to face within 30 minutes.
Right.
I mean, if your terminal or something breaks down, I mean, we could be and have that replacement. That's worst case scenario. But even just having that peace of mind that you could send a quick text message, hey,
I need you.
You get a chance, can you give me a call? I got a question about this. And that we're responsive too. Because a lot of sales don't end with the sale being made.
Yeah.
It's just the beginning.
Yeah.
That's the beginning of the relationship and keeping the customer happy and delivering on what you promised.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really that simple, but it gets lost a lot. In our industry specifically, there's a lot of fly-by-night sales reps that are just churning employees, hire everybody, anybody, and they don't provide much education, and then they're not doing things the right way, and then whether they know it or not, to undermine their intelligence, but they're just fresh out of watching a 30-minute video, and they're like, oh, okay, I need to sell credit card processing now. Whereas we are training weekly. Yeah. And refreshing on new things and introducing it the right way to our new salespeople, and really growing that way. Because for the first 9, I've been doing this with Infinity for 13 years. For the first 9 years, it was really just me. It was our family-owned company. My uncle owns the company. My cousin now runs the show. I'm helping with the salespeople along with another couple VP sales managers we have. So we've really grown a lot in the past 4 years. Yeah. And bringing people on and giving them the opportunity to not only build wealth, but build personally. I mean, we've got a lot of young people that are new to sales and never done it before, but they're kicking ass. I mean, they're doing a great job because they have that personality. We're teaching them and giving them the education on how things work, but only they know how hard they're going to work. Yeah. Because when you're working for yourself, when you're out in your car and you're popping around business to business, you're the only one that's going to hold yourself accountable. Like, are you going to knock on that next door? Are you going to be lazy and cut out early? Yeah. But are you going to go hard and say, hey, this is for me? And it's cool being out in the community, meeting with entrepreneurs, meeting with business owners. I'm not sitting behind a desk all day. I'm out here meeting with you and doing cool stuff like this. Hearing people's stories and really becoming part of it, becoming a partner to them, not just another vendor.
You become a valuable member of the community, just in general. Right. You know, like if you really think about it, I'm sure you guys have a huge client list. So I could only imagine the amount of businesses that I walk into every day that are probably one of your clients. Right. Like as a customer, when you go places, you expect things to go well. Right. You know, smooth transactions, good customer service. You know, all of us, we spend our money on experiences. Absolutely. That's really what we're spending our money. Sometimes it's products, but I go get coffee from places because my wife cut me off like big time. So I get one coffee stop a week now. And I might do some business transactions on the books that she doesn't quite see. We're like, it was a coffee meeting. It wasn't just me. But, you know, I do that for an experience. Right. It's about how it makes me feel, you know, bringing comfort and all those other things. So when you walk into a place and it's a bad experience, you remember that. When it's a good experience, you remember that. And the services you guys provide probably helps a lot within that whole customer experience, making sure somebody feels good about the money that they just transacted.
Absolutely. The smooth process, rewards programs, I mean, even gift cards are a form of income for business owners. But yeah, having Clover, we're a preferred vendor for Clover.
Okay.
You've seen
like
you said,
it's a brand. You can recognize that brand now.
So being a platinum dealer means that we don't drop ship. Like if someone else signed up with Clover, even Clover Direct, I mean, it's getting drop shipped to you. You unbox it, you have to program. You have the phone, program it yourself. Train, maybe watch some videos, figure it out yourself. With us, we've got everything. We're a bulk dealer, so we have everything in the office. That's why we're able to provide replacements if need be.
Yeah.
But more than that, we're building menus for these clients. We've got a great office staff that's putting menus together and tweaking menus and working closely with the clients, business owners, managers, whatever it may be, and getting things set up and customized to their business before it's even plugged in at their business.
Right.
So it's already ready to go, plug and play.
Nice.
And the training is there as well. That's why a lot of our salespeople are trained on that side of the business too, so that they can deliver. They're not just churning out sales and on to the next one. It's more that long-term relationship and knowing the product, being able to provide the installation and then service throughout. And then of course they've got our office.
So you said last 4 years you guys have experienced some significant growth. Has that coincided with the growth of the community in the region here? Is that what you attributed a lot to, or?
Definitely growing income, I would say, in revenue because of the growth of the community. But we saw an opportunity, or my uncle, I think, really came out of semi-retirement and said, hey, this excites me to give others opportunity to grow. It's because of a program that's out there now that you see a lot of times it's done incorrectly, where they're charging to run a card. It should never be presented that way, but that program saves businesses up to 100% of their processing fees. The customer pays a small fee, but they should never, I don't want to say this and that, they shouldn't know that they're paying more.
Yeah.
It's marked into the price, but done appropriately. The customer has a great experience, back to what we were saying. The merchant is saving tons of money on their processing.
Right.
We're able to give that opportunity to other salespeople. We're building a building right now up in Castle Hayne off Barbados, I think.
Yeah, man, you're up on my side of town, dude.
20,000+ square foot building. We're going to go nationwide with calling and selling over the phone, and then we'll continue to have our boots on the ground managing that process and opening up different areas. And starting in the southeast, we've got some guys down in Myrtle already, up New Bern, Raleigh, up in Richmond area, Virginia. A couple in Charlotte, so we're looking to grow and make Infinity that brand, that trustworthy, family owned. So we're small enough that we can still provide that service, but large enough that we're back, with a partner like Clover, where we could put that hands-on customer service onto a product that is appropriate.
I love seeing family businesses succeed. I really do. How are you guys gonna balance that? Because that's a good thing to say, right? Like, we're going to grow, we're going to expand nationally, and we've seen it happen with businesses where, that's the intent, but somewhere along the way, you bring in new leadership, or, something happens to the point where the growth and the scale doesn't really equal up with the stated vision of, like, we're going to maintain our service excellence, our reputation. Like, how are you guys thinking about balancing that?
I think it'll kind of be treated as two, not separate companies, but definitely separate divisions.
Yeah.
So, boots on the ground, face-to-face will stay as is. It'll start to grow in that we're local to Wilmington, but there's nothing I can say. If you've got, a sales office out of Charlotte, that they have an office there, that they're local to their community. We've got someone in Pennsylvania that does it. So maybe the company's not based there, but he's still able to provide that hands-on customer service and deliver. And then the nationwide piece of it is a whole new animal to us even. So it's going to be tougher to provide that face-to-face customer service. But that's for people that are just business owners that are already in a bad spot. Sales is a numbers game, right? Enough phone calls, you're going to find those people that really need your help. And that opportunity is there. And there are companies that have proven that that model can be laid out.
Right.
It can be accomplished. So it's something new to us too, but we're excited to experience it.
Yeah. Well, thanks for putting your money in Castle Hayne. We appreciate that for sure. I'm up at Castle Hayne. We bought land up there at the end of 2021, and my wife's medical practice in Wrightsboro. It's close enough to Castle Hayne, and so we like seeing that community, evolve and progress without ruining what makes it special historically. Kind of forgotten area. Just GE was out there, and it's up against the river. It's 6 minutes from downtown. It's
right there. I was just hooking up Carolina Girls Grill.
Yeah.
Shout out for them.
Yeah.
Just yesterday or the other day, earlier this week.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, there's a lot of cool areas. I mean,
it's busy.
140 and but there's still a lot of.
There's tons of development going in there. There's still pockets. Residential's growing right now, which means commercial will eventually follow. So my only hope for that area is that it's developed sensibly, and it's not like self-storage units and
more apartment complexes.
I mean, I'm okay. I'm fine. Yeah, we need them. I'm fine with apartment complexes, but like, let's also put things in the neighborhood that make it. Yeah, we need some more car washes. Golly, more car washes, more gas stations. And
I'm a fan of commerce.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's the business I'm in. Is a community.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Being healthy. But there is a way to, like you said, manage it and do it in a tasteful way. That's not just
tasteful. That's well said.
Rubber stamp, approve.
Yeah.
Like let's be strategic.
Which I think you've seen some neighborhoods around Wilmington where it was kind of like that, where it's like so commercialized, and then there's residential around it, and it just doesn't make sense from a planning. Not homey. Not homey. You're not gonna have a live, laugh, love hanging up in there somewhere.
People want to come to the coast, and we've got, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
We've got people on, again, I said I'm jokingly a damn Yankee. I mean, I am. I've been 10 years, so I got a little bit of clout, but we have something to offer that a lot of other areas don't, and it does a lot for prices. I know you're in that industry, to real estate prices, and things change, but it's just being able to be a chameleon and change with it and take advantage of the opportunities that you have.
Yeah. So I see you guys around town a lot. Infinity does a lot for the community. Talk a little bit about some of the reinvestment that you guys do with specific communities in and around Wilmington, groups that you like to serve. What does that look like?
This time of year is the time for giving, so we've done a lot. I mean, since Thanksgiving season, food drives, toy drives, donations to some companies. I got involved with Yacht Venture for the Children's Museum. It was a really cool event. Did some sponsorship stuff with them. And again, two kids under 6.
Yeah.
It's a cool place.
That's mixing business with pleasure, right? You're like, come on, kids, we're doing a thing, but Daddy's also going to get some leads.
It was an evening event. So we did that. I was involved with the weekend Meals on Wheels associated with the Taste of Brightsville Beef. Mm-hmm. I was the payment provider for that event and was welcomed into that community, which was a very cool event. I'm also on the board at Thalian Association Community Theater, so specifically we have some fundraisers coming up. Divas Las Vegas is coming up. It's a gala. Gala?
I don't know. Whatever. Potato.
That's coming up February 24th. And then I personally run the committee for the Rabbit Run, which is a 5K in Mayfair the Saturday before Easter.
Yeah.
So that's March 30th, the morning of. Usually we get some nice brisk weather.
Yeah. A little chilly. Yeah. Are people encouraged to dress up like the Easter Bunny for that? Yeah, you get some. Yeah.
Tutu maybe. We've had a couple people out there. But it goes towards our youth theater productions. And just help, it's a lot of it, as you can see, is celebrating and having children myself is supporting what they're interested in. Yeah. Our kids go to the camp at Community Arts Center, which is associated with Thalian Association, and it just gives kids an opportunity to do something different, try something new.
Right.
Seeing, kids, and now I see them on main stage at Thalian Hall for some of our Thalian Association productions when they were in youth theater before, and then we just saw Elf, which was great. I don't know, there's maybe some single tickets available too. I would promote that.
Really? Okay.
There's much out there.
That's it Thalian Hall where they're doing?
They do the show.
Okay, yeah.
But just supporting, just what supports you, right? I mean, community and giving and helping this community rise up, and whatever opportunity we have, we're looking to do that. But
yeah, we're getting the arts. The arts has always been a really big, important part of the Wilmington community, especially theater between Thalian and Wilson Center, Brooklyn Arts District, and whatnot. We got some great shows that come through here. Like Book of Mormon came through here, and my daughters see the Shrek thing that's coming in June, and they're like, "We want to go see Shrek." Book of Mormon was like $1,500 a ticket, so I was like, pass.
Well, that's why you go.
Can't.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get hooked up through. Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast is coming up. Okay. In the spring.
Okay.
SpongeBob musical.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. We got SpongeBob musical. I get up for that. That sounds fun.
We've got a good lineup here this spring, and then we've got a cool lineup coming up for 2024 too.
Love it.
And the fall.
Love it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Thalian.org.
Thalian.org.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Good place to go. Good place to give. Great art community here. Tons of not resources. That's not the word I'm looking for, but opportunity to do things with your family that, supports the local community and also entertains and informs at the exact same time.
Yeah, some of the youth theater, they do like a rookie, so kids that have the entire cast is kids that have never been on stage before. Nice. So you go in with your audience member, but it's cool to see they give those kids that opportunity to just get out there and just do it,
I saw a meme online, and then it happened in real life, where it was like a elementary school kids musical program, and they were playing Jingle Bells on instruments for the first time, and it was what you expected they had the drums and the trumpets and saxophones, all that stuff, but it ranged between flat and sharp. And a little bit of inconsistency, but then we went to our daughter's Christmas program and they did the same thing. Yeah. And I get it. Everybody starts somewhere. Right. But my wife and I were just tickled because we saw the meme and then it happened in real life.
We're in it.
But then of course, you're cheering them on. You're rooting for them.
You can't help but put a smile on your face.
Right. I think when you become a dad, it just changes everything. Like for me, my daughters are into ballet and gymnastics, and my oldest daughter wants to do theater. She's learned piano. She's learned to play ukulele and guitar and all that. So very artistic. So I don't have the stones to stand up there and do some of the things that she does. So it's heck yeah, I'm gonna cheer all these kids on. Maybe the next one will be a virtuoso. You never know. Everybody starts somewhere.
It's fun just my daughter had her Christmas program yesterday, kindergarten, and just watching. And you get to know some of the other kids. Too. So you're watching the other kids and their antics and stuff. Some kids are all belting it out to it. Other kids want to be a fly on the wall. Want to disappear. It's nothing but entertainment.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too, just buying in, talking about the crazy Christmas season, bringing it back to that, and just buying into it and just letting it happen.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only so much you can control. Things you can control them.
Right.
Things you can't control.
Let it go.
Yeah. Enjoy life. I see your admit one here, that one life, one per person.
Gary Vee has probably made more on this one freaking poster than he has all the other shenanigans that he put out there. Yeah, I got to balance it with Point Break here, though. I'm mixing my military, so can't be. Oh yeah. We got Lyndon Johnson over there just in case I want to go knock off a bank. Somebody, let's put a disclaimer down here. Rob Rens is not advocating for bank robberies.
There's a bank robbery. Don't fall.
Definitely don't wear a Lyndon B. Johnson or a Ronald Reagan or Richard Nixon mask while you do it. Because it's not original. It's been done. The movie was great. I had a chance, side note before we end this thing, I went to Cannon Beach in Oregon where they filmed the final scene of Point Break.
Oh, wow.
And I went there, this was a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Two guys that I was there with are born and raised in the Portland area. Had no idea that Point Break was filmed there. Right. They knew Goonies was filmed there. They were talking about Goonies the whole way, and as soon as we pulled up, I was like, they filmed Point Break here. And they're like, no, Rob, you're ridiculous. And I was like, no, I promise you, this is the place where that scene is. And there's no sign on it. When you pull up, there's this huge sign like Goonies filmed here. Right. So you have to walk up the hill a little bit to the bathroom where they have one of those information boards with all the trails and whatnot. And there's a small little plaque. It was Point Break was also filmed here. And I'm like, why wouldn't you put that right next to Goonies? Equally as important movie. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe the Sways doesn't get as much love as, hey, you guys.
I was gonna say, you jumped on a rope and
yeah,
across.
Sure did. Yeah, I hiked all the way down there, got up to the arch, got a great drone shot of that rock monolith arch coming through it. It's go follow my page, Signal Fire Media. You'll see all this stuff that we're talking about on there.
Hey, we're here for
you're right. I promised Judy and Jen I wouldn't plug myself on this. We're here to plug Thomas. So with that being said, man, we're just about out of time. If somebody wants to get in touch with you, get in touch with your team, like what's the best way to get with you?
Honestly, I'll put my money where my mouth is and say, call my cell phone.
Okay.
203-313-3122.
Be careful where you put that out, because I put my cell phone on our Google page and I get some random phone calls now. I gotta take that down.
No prank calls.
Yeah.
Although I'll play along. But no, you can call me directly, email me directly. Our office is at Eastwood and Military Cutoff.
Cool.
As of right now. 910-399-5551. Really just an honest review. Again, it starts as a consultant, starts as an educator, answering questions that business owners may have about how things work and just helping them understand how to read a darn statement, for one. So it's made to be a foreign language so that you can't really figure out exactly what it is. Easiest thing to do, tip of the day, take your effective rate. What you pay, divide by what you process, get your effective rate. You should be somewhere in the high 1s to high 2% range, depending on your business type, average ticket. There's a lot of things that go into that. But yeah, happy to have an honest conversation with anyone and just, again, like you do, educate. Hey, this is what's out there. This is where you are now. This is where you could be. Or this is where you are now, and this is where you should be.
I like that you're leaving the yuppie area, of Landfall, the Forum, and coming out to Castle Hayne. That's where the real people are. That's where the real growth is happening.
Yeah,
it's in Castle Hayne. People getting it done.
We're excited. I work a half out of my car anyway. So I'm all over the place. And
Road warrior, salesperson.
Cool. Just being out in the community, having that, feeling the pulse of the industry and how things are going, and seeing new businesses open and just being part of that, a small part of their success story and them getting up and running and really providing value to that business, and one less thing that they have to think about. Right?
I love it. That's Thomas Plummer from Infinity Payment Solutions. I'm Rob Rens with Signal Fire Media. Yeah, absolutely, man. Thanks for coming. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Connect Cape Fear podcast. Until next time, go out, explore, spend money with all these small businesses that are around here, and enjoy this beautiful place that we call home in and around the Cape Fear region. And we'll talk to you next time. Thanks for joining.